A boy who lived, hidden in a cupboard under the stairs, hunted before he even knew his own name. 11 years of silence. 11 years of secrets. Until a letter arrives, delivered by an owl. And the world that had forgotten him suddenly remembers. This isn't just a story. This is the beginning of magic. Welcome to Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to BookPodCastZone. I'm Emma, and I'm really excited to be your guide today as we uncover some hidden gems and maybe some surprising insights in these stories we all love.
And I'm John. Yeah, man, I'm here to help connect those dots, see the bigger picture in these deep dives we do.
And today, oh boy, are we embarking on an epic deep dive. We are plunging headfirst into the incredibly rich world of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
That's right.
We've got a fantastic chapter-by-chapter guide, some great analysis, and our mission really is to give you that shortcut, those essential nuggets so you feel truly well-informed about the foundational magic of the story, right from the start.
Exactly. And this isn't just like a plot summary. Not at all. Yeah. We want to peel back the layers.
Yeah.
So our conversation today will explore the historical context, which is fascinating, actually, when Rowling was writing this. We'll dive into how the audiobook narration brings out certain nuances and unpack some, I think, really thought-provoking discussion points for each chapter.
Right.
The goal is to help you understand not just what happens, but why it matters, how these early moments just meticulously set the stage for, one of the biggest sagas ever.
Couldn't have said it better. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
Okay, kicking off with Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived. This is, it's ground zero, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We're dropped right into the aftermath of something huge. Harry Potter, this orphan infant, left mysteriously on the doorstep of his, let's be honest, dreadful relatives, the Dursleys.
Yeah, dreadful is putting it mildly.
Right. His parents are gone, Lily and James, but there's this weird, background noise of celebration in the wizarding world. This dark force is supposedly defeated.
And from page 1, Rowling hints at Harry's profound significance. She instantly sets up themes of destiny, hidden identity, even this underlying conflict he knows nothing about.
And what strikes me immediately, Emma, is that contrast. Rowling, writing this in the 90s, she just masterfully paints the Dursleys' world as so mundane, almost aggressively conformist.
Aggressively normal, yeah.
Exactly. It's this sharp satire of a specific post-World War II British suburban life. That obsession with normalcy, with appearances.
Keeping up with the Joneses, but magically repulsive Joneses.
Oh, right. And being utterly unmagical. It's almost painful how much they reject anything different. And that just sets up this amazing tension with the magical world we know is just, lurking beyond their privet hedge.
You can just feel their rigidity, can't you?
Yeah.
And listening to the audiobook, oh man, that contrast is really amplified.
How so?
Well, the narrator captures the Dursleys' narrow-mindedness perfectly. It's almost this clipped, disapproving tone.
Okay. But then, when magic is just hinted at, even subtly, like the flickering street lights or the cats reading maps, the tone shifts. It gets softer. Maybe a little sense of wonder creeps in.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, the energy changes palpably. It builds this quiet, creeping suspense that something truly extraordinary is happening, even while baby Harry is just, sleeping in a basket.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how Rowling manages to set Harry up as this reluctant hero right from the start, even as a baby.
Oh, what's brilliant, right. He's not seeking anything. This destiny is literally thrust upon him in a blanket on a doorstep.
Yeah.
He's this tiny, innocent symbol of a victory he knows nothing about, no control, no knowledge. And the Dursleys then spend the next 10 years actively trying to suppress any hint of magic, trying to squash him into this mundane box.
Stamping it out of him.
Exactly. He's chosen before he can choose. Burdened with fame he didn't earn, a past he can't remember.
Right.
It's a perfect setup for a character who has to slowly and very reluctantly step into greatness.
A reluctant icon from day one.
That's a powerful start, isn't it? A true revelation into the very first steps of Harry's journey. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of Harry Potter, please remember to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. We really appreciate it, and we'll continue our journey into the next chapter right now. Okay, let's turn the page. Chapter 2, The Vanishing Glass.
Right. Fast forward.
Yeah, fast forward 10 years. And we find Harry still miserable, still living in that awful cupboard under the stairs.
Covered, yeah. Symbolic.
Totally. But then these incidents start happening, weird things.
Mm.
The most memorable, obviously, is the snake at the zoo. It responds to him, and the glass of the enclosure just vanishes.
Goof. Gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These aren't random, though. They feel deliberate. Little hints of his suppressed magic leaking out.
Right. Bubbling up.
This chapter really emphasizes his isolation, but also, crucially, those very first sparks of self-discovery, even if he's completely confused by it all.
And it's interesting how Rowling uses this, maybe subtly, to touch on social concerns from the time.
Whoa. How so?
Well, her portrayal of Harry's neglect, his living conditions,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely resonated with discussions happening in Britain in the 90s about child welfare, about difficult family dynamics. You really feel for him.
You absolutely do. It's quite bleak.
And that zoo scene with the snake, that's where Rowling starts weaving in her flair for magical realism. It's not like grand fireworks yet.
No, not at all.
It's just a quiet, almost whimsical moment where the impossible just kind of nudges the ordinary. It signals that this other reality is right there lurking.
And the audiobook for this chapter, it really gets inside Harry's head, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The narration conveys his confusion, his unhappiness so emotively. You can just hear the quiet desperation in his voice sometimes, that feeling of being an outsider.
Yeah.
It makes you really empathize with him. And the pacing here is key, too. It's slow, it's deliberate, it builds that mystery around what he really is, just under the surface. A perfect slow burn.
It is. So speaking of those early magical hints, what do you think they truly reveal about Harry's potential? Long before he even knows the word wizard. They're more than just, like, cool moments, right?
Oh, absolutely. They reveal that his magic isn't something he has to learn. Not initially, anyway. It's something he is.
Innate.
Exactly. It's inherent. It seems almost tied to his emotions, doesn't it? He's not consciously trying to do anything.
Right, it just happens.
Yeah, when he's frustrated or upset or instinctively wishes for something, like wanting that poor snake to be free, things happen. It's like this unconscious power just manifesting. And that's such a powerful foundation. It shows his extraordinary nature is always there, just waiting for the right moment, the right trigger to erupt. It creates this sense of, well, destiny already being active, already nudging the world around him, even if he has no clue.
He's magical whether he knows it or not.
Exactly. Okay, if you're enjoying our deep dive into Harry's early life, please do remember to like, subscribe, and maybe share this with a fellow Potter fan. It helps us out a lot. We'll continue our journey into the next captivating chapter now. Right, chapter 3. The Letters from No One.
Ah, the letters. This is where things really kick into high gear.
Oh yeah, the pace picks up like crazy here. Harry starts getting these mysterious letters addressed specifically to him in the cupboard under the stairs.
Which freaks out the Dursleys, understandably, from their perspective.
Totally freaks them out. And they go into this desperate, almost comical frenzy, trying to destroy them, trying to keep them from him.
It becomes this escalating barrage of mail, doesn't it?
It really does, leading to that wonderfully chaotic escape attempt as the Dursleys get more and more unhinged. Remember them nailing the mail slot shut?
Yes. And then the letters come down the chimney. It's absurd and brilliant.
It is. They resort to increasingly absurd tactics to avoid the deluge. And the suspense around Harry's identity just becomes almost unbearable. Something huge is about to break through their sad, mundane little world.
And from a historical or symbolic perspective, those letters are such a potent symbol, aren't they?
How do you mean?
Well, they represent this irresistible force, something breaking free from an oppressive, confining environment. It's a classic narrative device, really.
Ah, okay, like the call to adventure.
Exactly. The character trapped in a mundane or even abusive situation, finding a literal way out. It resonates with a lot of literature from the 90s and beyond, themes of personal liberation, breaking free.
That makes sense. And the audiobook just nails this escalating tension.
I bet.
The narrator's dynamic tone captures the Dursleys' rising panic, but also Harry's growing, almost defiant curiosity. It's perfect.
You can hear the desperation.
Oh, yeah. You can practically hear the frantic scrambling, the whispered arguments, the sheer volume of letters implied. It becomes a truly gripping listen because you feel that pressure building. The walls of Harry's ordinary life are literally shaking from the force of this incoming magic.
So this really gets interesting. How does Rowling use the relentless, almost comical arrival of these letters to dramatically shift the story's momentum? It's more than just a way to deliver information, right?
Oh, it's way more than that. It's less a plot device and more like a force of narrative nature.
Okay.
These letters aren't just info, they're an invasion. They represent the magical world aggressively, relentlessly smashing its way into the Dursleys' perfectly ordered, non-magical life, forcing Harry's truth out.
Right, they can't ignore it anymore.
Exactly. Each destroyed letter, each crazy new delivery method, the chimney, the eggs, wasn't there one rolled up in something?
Yeah, it becomes overwhelming.
It adds to the story's unstoppable forward thrust. The narrative literally cannot stay put in that house anymore. The letters physically drive them out onto the run.
To the shack on the rock.
Yes, it's a brilliant way to symbolize transformation and that unavoidable pull of destiny. Harry is being called, and nothing the Dursleys do, no matter how absurd, can stop it.
Destiny delivered by Owlpost.
Pretty much. Okay, if you're enjoying this magical journey with us, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps more people find our deep dives. We'll be moving on to a very key chapter right after this. On to Chapter 4. The Keeper of the Keys.
The Arrival.
This is it. This is where Harry's entire world, quite literally, gets turned upside down overnight.
Bang.
We meet Hagrid, this magnificent, larger-than-life figure who just bursts into Harry's miserable existence in that shack and delivers the truth. Harry, you're a wizard.
Iconic line.
So iconic. He introduces Harry to Hogwarts and, maybe most importantly, gives him the first real details about his parents' death and his own fame in the wizarding world. Themes of belonging, revelation, they just dominate this pivotal, game-changing chapter.
And from a literary perspective, Hagrid's role here as a mentor figure to classic archetype.
Right, like Gandalf or Obi-Wan.
Exactly. It draws deeply from folklore traditions. The wise, often unconventional guide, leading the hero to their destiny. Think of the benevolent giant, the rustic sage, leading the young hero into an unknown, maybe dangerous, but ultimately fulfilling world. It's a powerful, timeless trope, and Hagrid just embodies it perfectly.
Yeah.
Warmly.
He really does. And in the audiobook, the warmth and the genuine care Hagrid has for Harry are just so vividly brought to life.
Yeah.
The narrator gives Hagrid this hearty, booming, but gentle voice. You can almost feel the comfort and the sheer awe that Harry experiences in his presence after years with the Dursleys.
A complete contrast.
Totally. And the pacing of this chapter in the audio, it really emphasizes how monumental this moment is. It's not just a reveal. It's the moment Harry's real life, his true belonging, actually begins. It gives you chills.
So, thinking bigger picture, beyond just revealing his identity as a wizard, why is Hagrid's arrival such a monumental turning point for Harry? What else does he bring?
Oh, it's huge, because Hagrid is the first person who doesn't just tell Harry he's a wizard, he shows him kindness. He represents that world. He's the first true connection Harry has to his real heritage, to this magical world that actually celebrates him, instead of trying to suppress him or punish him like the Dursleys.
He's validation.
Yes. He's not just a messenger, he's a guardian, a source of genuine, unconditional affection which Harry has never had. And he's a direct link to the parents Harry never knew. For Harry, who's only known neglect and cruelty, Hagrid represents acceptance, warmth, and the very first glimpse of a place where he might actually belong. It's not just information he delivers, it's emotional rescue. It changes everything.
The key keeper opens more than just doors.
Exactly. Okay, if you're enjoying this magical journey through Harry Potter, please do remember to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. We really appreciate your support. We'll be continuing our deep dive into the next very exciting chapter right after this. Next up, Chapter 5, Diagon Alley.
The wizarding world unveiled.
Oh, this is such a fan favorite, isn't it? This is Harry's and our very first real taste of the wizarding world in action.
Leaky cauldron, tap, tap, tap.
Yes, and then, boom, Harry explores the absolutely incredible Diagon Alley. Gets his wand from Ollivander's, such a key scene.
The wand chooses the wizard.
Picks up his school supplies, sees Gringotts Bank with the goblins. The chapter just explodes with richness and detail. The sights, the sounds, even the smells of this magical marketplace are described so vividly.
Yeah.
And through it all, you see Harry's growing sense of identity within this new fantastical realm really start to blossom. He's finding his place.
And what's remarkable here, I think, is Rowling's world building. It's so meticulous.
Totally.
She crafts this immersive alternate world. It reminds me a bit of how Tolkien built Middle-earth, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just a backdrop. Diagon Alley feels like a living, breathing place. It has its own history, its own quirks, its own economy. Every shop, every little detail feels like it serves a purpose.
Yeah, like Flourish and Blots, Madame Malkin's.
Yeah.
And the audiobook, again, it just shines here. The narrator's lively delivery genuinely brings this bustling street to life.
You can hear the energy.
Oh, yeah. You can almost hear the clamor of the crowd, the witches and wizards chatting, the clinking of galleons at Gringotts, and just the sheer wonder in Harry's voice as he takes it all in for the first time. It really makes you feel like you're right there with him, absorbing every magical detail.
It's such a masterclass in exposition, but it doesn't feel like exposition, you know?
Not at all.
So, how do you think Diagon Alley, just as a setting, effectively sets up the wizarding world's unique rules and culture for us, the readers, without just info dumping?
You're absolutely right. It's total show, don't tell. We organically learn about the Gringotts goblins and their role in banking. We learn about the ancient art of wand lore from Ollivander, that core magical concept.
Right, the connection between wand and wizard.
Exactly. We see the different schoolhouses hinted at through the uniform shop. We even get the nuances of wizard money, galleons, sickles, nuts. It's all absorbed naturally.
Through experience.
Yeah. It's not a lecture, it's an immersive experience. By just thrusting Harry and us into this bustling marketplace, Rowling establishes the economy, the key institutions, the social norms, the fundamental magical elements all at once.
Yeah.
We understand the rules of this new society because we see them in action, in every shop, every interaction. It's the ultimate soft world building, and it makes you instantly believe in this world.
You're dropped in, and you just accept it.
You do. Okay, if you're finding these insights as magical as we are, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with anyone who loves diving deep into books. We'll be heading to the next exciting chapter now. All right, let's head to Chapter 6, The Journey from Platform 9 3/4.
The gateway.
This is where Harry truly begins his journey to Hogwarts. But first, that utterly magical, iconic reveal of Platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross Station.
Running at a solid brick wall. Takes some guts.
Right. Total leap of faith. And this is also where he meets Ron Weasley, properly meets him, and their budding friendship immediately becomes central to the chapter.
The start of something big.
Definitely. Themes of camaraderie, friendship, and just profound transition are incredibly strong here. Harry is finally leaving the Muggle world entirely behind.
And the historical context of this chapter is actually quite charming, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The train journey itself, it evokes classic British boarding school stories. You know, that whole genre that was popular in the mid-20th century.
Right, like Enid Blyton or something.
Exactly. Rowling takes this familiar trope, the long train ride off to school, and adapts it with this perfect magical twist. It transforms what could be a mundane journey into an adventure in itself.
Yeah.
A gateway to a new life.
That's a great point. And the narrator in the audiobook, they really capture Harry's excitement, but also maybe his nervousness.
Yeah.
And that warm delivery highlights the budding friendship between Harry and Ron so beautifully. You feel the immediate camaraderie, the shared wonder, maybe the shared awkwardness, too.
The candy trolley scene.
Yes. Bonding over chocolate frogs and Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. It shows that genuine sense of belonging that Harry finally starts to find. It engages you emotionally. You can't help but root for these two kids right from the start.
Yeah, it feels very real, very kid-like. So this raises an important question. How does Ron's introduction, specifically here on this journey, significantly shape Harry's unfolding adventure and experience? It's more than just gaining a friend, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely crucial. Because Ron provides Harry with his first genuine reciprocal friendship, his first peer connection in the magical world.
Right. Not an adult guide like Hagrid.
Exactly. Up until now, Harry's been totally alone, isolated. Ron, with his big, loving, and very magical family, immediately grounds Harry in this bewildering new world.
He's like an insider guide.
He is, but a relatable one. He explains things, but he's also learning alongside Harry in some ways. He's a source of common sense sometimes, and most importantly, he's someone who understands the wizarding world from the inside, but crucially, without the baggage of Harry's fame.
He doesn't treat Harry like a celebrity.
Not really, no. Their immediate chemistry, the sharing of sweets, the genuine curiosity about each other. It symbolizes the start of Harry's true social connections. It lays the foundation for the core trio, really. It's the beginning of his found family.
A friendship forged over Bertie Bott's beans.
Couldn't be more fitting. All right. If you're captivated by our deep dive into Harry's world and friendships, please like, subscribe, and share for more updates. It helps us keep these magical discussions going. We're moving straight into the sorting ceremony next. Now we arrive at Chapter 7, The Sorting Hat.
The big moment.
For many, this is one of the most iconic and anticipated moments in the entire series, isn't it? Harry finally arrives at Hogwarts, the Great Hall, the candles, the magic ceiling.
A whole atmosphere.
And like every nervous first year, he faces the mysterious, talking sorting hat, which, after some serious deliberation, ultimately places him in Gryffindor.
Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Exactly, that internal plea. This chapter really delves into profound themes of choice, identity, potential, not just for Harry, but for every student stepping into their new life at Hogwarts.
And in terms of historical context, the Sorting Hat is kind of a fascinating reflection of that 1990s interest in psychology and personality typing.
Oh, like Myers-Briggs or something.
Yeah, kind of like that, but obviously with a wonderfully unique magical lens. It's a magical system for categorization, but it's deeply personal. It acknowledges inner thoughts, fears, desires.
Yeah. It sees inside your head.
Right, which is kind of terrifying for an 11-year-old.
Totally. And the narrator's dramatic performance in the audiobook really brings the Casus deliberation to life, the way it speaks, its sort of pondering tone. The sheer suspense before Harry's house is finally called out, it makes the ceremony incredibly immersive. You really feel Harry's apprehension, his quiet plea, and just the immense anticipation of that defining moment.
So the hat clearly sees different qualities in Harry, right? It considers Slytherin, and it listens to his desire. What does this reveal about, like, free will versus destiny in this magical world? It seems like it's not just about being chosen.
Oh, it's absolutely profound, I think. The hat clearly recognizes Harry's potential for Slytherin, his connection to Voldemort, maybe that cunning, the resourcefulness.
Traits that could lead him down a darker path.
Exactly. But Harry chooses. He actively desires not to be in Slytherin. He whispers his preference, and the hat takes that into account.
You could be great, you know?
Right. But Harry's choice matters. This moment is such a powerful declaration that while destiny might put you in certain circumstances, like being the boy who lived, your choices, your intentions, your values ultimately define who you are and where you belong.
So agency is key.
Absolutely. It suggests that agency matters, even in a world full of prophecies and ancient magic. It's a foundational philosophical concept for the whole series, really, reminding us that our character is shaped by our decisions, not just our abilities or our past.
A powerful message delivered by a shabby old hat.
Isn't it just? Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more updates if you're enjoying this deep dive. Every click helps. We're heading into Chapter 8 next, meeting a rather infamous professor. Let's move to Chapter 8, The Potions Master.
Enter Snape.
Indeed. This is where Harry has his first encounter with the formidable Severus Snape, and it is anything but welcoming.
Understatement of the year.
Right. Snape's immediate hostility towards Harry is just palpable. You can feel it coming off the page. And it clearly hints at much deeper, unspoken tensions that will subtly unfold throughout the entire series.
The beginning of a very long, complicated relationship.
Exactly. This chapter also introduces the daily academic life at Hogwarts classes, points, rivalries. But the main thrust here is themes of prejudice, the power of first impressions, and that really unsettling feeling of being unfairly judged.
And Snape himself, as a character, he really draws from classic Gothic literature figures, doesn't he?
How so?
Well, those dark, brooding, mysterious anti-heroes, they were quite popular in 1990s fiction, and Snape fits that mold in some ways. He's not presented as simply a one-dimensional villain, even from the start.
No, there's something more there. Ambiguity.
Exactly. He's got layers hinted at even in this initial, seemingly straightforward antagonism.
Yeah.
He's designed to be enigmatic.
And the narrator in the audiobook, their chilling tone perfectly captures Snape's menace. It amplifies that immediate tension.
You can hear the sneer.
You absolutely can. You feel the coldness, the immediate dislike, the inherent unfairness of it all from Harry's perspective. It flawlessly sets up that long-standing, incredibly complex dynamic between them.
It really does. So this immediate, almost irrational hostility from Snape towards Harry, it feels so incredibly personal, doesn't it? What do you think is really going on there? It seems to go beyond just a professor disliking a student.
Oh, it absolutely does. And it's layered with history that Harry and we as readers at this point don't understand yet.
Hints of the past.
Definitely. It suggests a deep-seated resentment, maybe even a vendetta, that goes way beyond classroom behavior or Harry's accidental fame. It plants the seed that Snape isn't just a grumpy teacher.
Right.
He has a past, a very specific connection to Harry's parents, particularly his father, James Potter. This immediate, almost visceral hostility creates a central mystery right away. Is Snape truly evil, or is there something else driving him?
It makes him fascinating.
Yeah.
And frustrating for Harry.
Exactly. It makes him an incredibly enigmatic figure from the get-go, and it deeply impacts Harry in a really unique and unsettling way throughout his school years.
Yeah, you never quite know where you stand with Snape.
Never. Okay, if you're enjoying our exploration of the complex characters and dynamics in the wizarding world, please take a second to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. We'll be continuing our journey to the next chapter in just a moment. Now, on to Chapter 9, The Midnight Duel.
Trouble brewing.
Right. This chapter introduces an early, quite thrilling bit of rivalry. Harry and Ron accept a midnight duel challenge from Draco Malfoy.
Never trust Malfoy. Rule number 1.
Huh. Seems like a good rule. But the seemingly simple, maybe foolish, duel leads to a nighttime adventure where they accidentally stumble upon something truly significant.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. The terrifying three-headed dog guarding the trapdoor. This whole sequence brings out themes of rivalry, definitely, but also courage, rule-breaking, and that natural youthful curiosity that leads to completely unexpected and dangerous discoveries.
And historically, this chapter really reflects that British boarding school prank culture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You see it in classic literature like Tom Brown's School Days, students sneaking around at night, getting into trouble. Rowling just reimagines it with these fantastic magical elements.
Right. It's not just detention, it's facing a Cerberus-like creature.
Exactly. It takes a familiar setting and infuses it with magical consequence and genuine peril.
And the narrator in the audiobook really captures the suspense of that midnight encounter. That energetic delivery keeps you right on the edge of your seat.
You feel the sneaking around.
Totally. You feel the thrill of trying to meet Malfoy, the nervous whispers, the sudden fear when Filch almost catches them, and then the shock and panic of discovering Fluffy, and the sheer audacity of these kids sneaking around where they absolutely shouldn't be.
So this daring midnight adventure, even though it starts because of Malfoy's trickery and involves breaking rules, it clearly serves to strengthen Harry's friendships, doesn't it? Especially with Ron. And maybe even Hermione's role starts to shift here. How does facing a three-headed dog together forge a bond?
It's that classic shared adversity bonding, right?
Trial by fire or drool?
Exactly. Even though Hermione initially tries to stop them from going, she gets caught up in the escapade. And facing that danger together, especially the shock of Fluffy, forces them to rely on each other in a way that just, like, arguing in the common room never could.
It moves beyond just being classmates.
Absolutely. It shifts their relationships. They become co-conspirators, fellow adventurers. And Hermione particularly starts to shed that slightly rigid, purely academic persona. She gets pulled into the action, maybe reluctantly at first, but she's there.
Yeah, she doesn't just run away.
No. It lays the groundwork for the inseparable trio we know they become. It's a trial by, well, giant, drooling, three-headed dog. It cements something between them.
The first of any shared dangers.
You got it. Okay, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Harry Potter's first-year adventures, remember to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. It lets us know you're enjoying the journey. We'll continue into the next chapter now. Moving on to Chapter 10. Halloween.
Ah, the troll in the dungeon.
A truly pivotal moment for our blossoming trio, wouldn't you say? A terrifying mountain troll gets loose in the castle, right in the dungeons.
Thought you ought to know. Quirrell's fainting act.
Right, and it forces Harry and Ron to realize Hermione is in danger and go after her. This whole incident solidifies their friendship in a really dramatic way.
Yeah, it's a turning point.
It provides the first real, undeniable demonstration of their nascent teamwork under extreme pressure. Themes of loyalty, bravery, and the forging of unbreakable bonds just shine brightly here.
And historically, the troll itself, it reflects that rich tapestry of mythological creatures in British folklore, right?
Definitely, like something out of an old story.
Yeah, but Rowling adapts it for a modern audience within this compelling magical narrative. She takes something ancient and makes it feel immediate, genuinely dangerous, especially to these young students trapped in a bathroom with it.
It's terrifying. And the narrator's vivid delivery in the audiobook makes the action so thrilling.
You can hear the chaos.
Oh, yeah. You can almost hear the heavy thud of the Trolls Club, the smashing tiles, the desperate shouts, Ron's shaky Wingardium Leviosa.
Yes.
It truly conveys the terror and the urgency, and it makes the trio's eventual triumph feel really hard-won and exhilarating.
So this specific moment, the troll incident, it feels incredibly pivotal for their bond. Why do you think it cements them as a cohesive unit, rather than just, say, three individual friends who hang out sometimes?
Because this is the moment the trio officially becomes the trio, I think.
Okay.
Before this, they were three individuals, maybe on parallel paths, sometimes intersecting. Hermione was the brainy, maybe slightly annoying outsider. Ron was the loyal, but maybe insecure best friend. Harry was the famous newcomer trying to figure things out. But facing the troll, they each play a crucial, unique role. Harry's bravery jumping on its back, Ron's strategic mind remembering the spell and finding the courage to use it, and Hermione's quick thinking, even in panic, and then her covering for them afterwards.
Right. She lies to McGonagall for them. That's huge for Hermione.
It's huge. It forges this unbreakable bond born out of shared danger and mutual rescue. It shifts them from acquaintances, or even just Harry and Ron being friends with Hermione sometimes there, to inseparable friends. A cohesive group ready to face challenges together. They become a unit. A found family, really.
The Golden Trio is born.
Exactly. Okay, if you're as hooked on these insights as we are, please remember to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. Every bit of support helps us create more deep dives. We're eagerly moving into Chapter 11. Now time for some Quidditch. All right, let's unpack Chapter 11, Quidditch.
Broomsticks and bludgers.
This is where we see Harry truly excelling, discovering this natural, almost unbelievable talent for the wizarding sport of Quidditch. He's a natural seeker.
Born for it.
Feels like it. But of course it's not that simple. During his very first match, a really thrilling one, he faces immediate mysterious danger. His broom starts bucking wildly.
Yeah, someone's jinxing him.
Right. Hinting at these unseen forces at play, actively trying to harm him. So this chapter is all about teamwork, yes, but also Harry's raw skill and his resilience under immense pressure and suspicion.
And historically, Quidditch itself is just a brilliant example of Rowling blending familiar British sports culture, the intensity of rugby or football.
A house rivalry.
Exactly. Blending that with these completely fantastical elements. It was a truly significant innovation in 90s fantasy, I think. Creating a sport that felt both familiar in its competitive spirit and utterly unique in its magical execution. It instantly became iconic.
It really did. And the audiobook narrator's fast-paced delivery, oh man, it truly immerses you in the thrill of the match.
There, feel the speed.
Totally. You can hear the roar of the crowd, the whistle of the quaffle, the commentator Lee Jordan going wild, the frantic chase for the tiny golden snitch, and the wind whipping past Harry's ears. It's absolutely exhilarating. You feel every swoop and dive.
So Harry's experience in Quidditch, both his natural talent and the danger he faces, feels like a microcosm of his larger journey, doesn't it? How does this sport reflect his growth as a character?
That's a great way to put it. His natural talent isn't something he really trained for. It's this innate gift, much like his magic itself or his destiny.
Right, you just can do it.
But he still has to learn to control it, to use it effectively within a team. And the danger he faces during the match, that immediate suspicion that someone, likely Snape, from Hermione's perspective, is trying to harm him. It directly mirrors the larger, darker threats he's starting to sense in the wizarding world. It forces him to rely on his instincts, his raw courage, and also trust his teammates, like Hermione spotting the jinx, all while under intense public scrutiny.
Yeah.
It shows his ability to rise to a challenge, not just academically, but physically, strategically. It reflects his burgeoning confidence, maybe even a hint of leadership. He's becoming the hero, one dangerous broomstick ride at a time.
Learning to fly, literally and figuratively.
Exactly. For more magical insights and deep dives like this one, remember to like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate it so much. We're about to delve into a much quieter, but perhaps more profound chapter next.
Chapter 12. We're moving to one of the more poignant and mysterious chapters now. Chapter 12, The Mirror of Eris. Desire spelled backwards.
Right. Harry, wandering the castle at night under his invisibility cloak, another key magical object introduced, stumbles upon this enigmatic mirror. the mirror of Erased, which, as Dumbledore later explains, reveals not our reflection, but our deepest, most desperate desires.
We want more than anything.
And for Harry, of course, tragically, it shows his family, his parents, grandparents, all alive and well, surrounding him, looking back with love. It's heartbreaking.
It really is.
This chapter beautifully explores these profound themes of longing, of loss, and the very beginnings of Harry's deep self-awareness about what he's missing.
And historically, the concept of a magical mirror like this, it draws directly from classic fairy tales, doesn't it? Magical objects that grant wishes or reveal hidden truths.
Right, like Snow White's mirror, but different.
Exactly. And it also resonates, I think, with those introspection trends in 1990s literature, exploring the inner lives, the psychological depths of characters, beyond just their actions or the plot.
That makes sense. And the narrator's poignant delivery in the audiobook perfectly captures Harry's emotional discovery at the mirror.
You feel his sadness.
Oh, completely. You feel every ounce of his longing, his loneliness, the sheer wonder, and then the bittersweet, addictive nature of what the mirror shows him. It truly tugs at your heart. It makes you understand the profound impact of his past, the hole in his life.
So what the mirror reveals about Harry's deepest desire, his family, is incredibly telling, isn't it? How does this profound psychological insight really reveal his inner world and his core motivations? What does it say about him?
It reveals the profound void left by his parents' loss. That's the core of it. Despite all the magic, the excitement of Hogwarts, the new friends he's making, his fundamental desire isn't for fame or power or even more magic.
No, it's simpler.
It's simply for the family he never knew, for the love he was robbed of. And this grounded desire for love and connection rather than, say, ego or glory really sets him apart as a hero.
It makes him relatable, despite being the chosen one.
Exactly. It highlights his vulnerability, and it establishes a core motivation that will drive so many of his future actions. This deep yearning for belonging, and later a fierce defense of those he considers his family, his found family. It's a powerful, almost heartbreaking psychological insight right here in the first book.
The power of love, already hinted at.
Okay, if you're enjoying our deep dive and finding these connections meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share for more updates. We truly appreciate you tuning in. We'll be continuing our magical journey into the next chapter where the central mystery starts to come into focus. On to chapter 13, Nicholas Flamel.
The plot thickens, or maybe solidifies, like a stone.
Nice one. This chapter is where the true mystery of the Philosopher's Stone really begins to unravel for our heroes.
Right, they finally figure out what Sliffy is guarding.
Exactly. The trio, using their combined Ingenuity Hermione's library skills, basically finally uncover the secret of the stone and its ancient, real-world connection to the legendary alchemist, Nicholas Flamel.
Who is a real historical figure associated with alchemy.
Right. That adds a cool layer. This discovery significantly advances the plot from just like general Hogwarts weirdness to something far more dangerous and urgent. Themes of curiosity, meticulous research go Hermione, and monumental discovery dominate this chapter.
And historically, the Philosopher's Stone itself, the idea of it, ties into these ancient alchemical legends, the search for immortality, for transforming lead into gold.
Yeah, mystical stuff.
Very mystical. And these ideas were quite popular in 1990s fantasy. For that allure, those deep historical connections, it's a familiar, intriguing concept woven seamlessly into this fresh, new narrative. It grounds the fantasy in a touch of historical lore.
It really works. And the narrator's engaging delivery in the audiobook perfectly captures the trio's detective work. It keeps you hooked on the mystery.
You feel the aha moment.
Yeah, totally. You feel the excitement of the chase through library books, the frustration, then the thrill of putting the pieces together from the chocolate frog card, and the rising stakes as they realize what this stone is and why someone might want to steal it. It's a real page-turner, or ear-turner in this case.
So how does this specific discovery, identifying Nicholas Flamel and the stone, fundamentally shift the story's stakes? It really transforms it from, like you said, school adventures into something far more dangerous, doesn't it?
Oh, immediately. It catapults the stakes from dealing with grumpy teachers or school bullies to a matter of life and death, even immortality.
Right difference.
Huge. Before this, the threats felt more personal, maybe accidental Snape's hostility, Malfoy's antagonism, even stumbling upon Fluffy. Now they've identified a legendary magical artifact, incredibly powerful, that someone is actively trying to steal.
Someone powerful enough to get past Hogwarts' defenses.
Exactly. And the theft of that stone could have catastrophic consequences for the entire wizarding world, especially if it falls into the wrong hands like, say, Voldemort's. It introduces a larger, more tangible threat that requires proactive investigation and intervention from our heroes, not just reacting to strange events. It transforms Harry, Ron, and Hermione from just new students into budding detectives with potentially world-altering responsibilities. The game just got deadly serious.
No longer just kids stuff.
Not at all. Okay, if you're finding our deep dive truly enlightening, please remember to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. Every interaction helps us reach more listeners. We're about to delve into Chapter 14 next, featuring a rather unusual pet. Let's talk about Chapter 14, Norbert the Norwegian Ridgeback.
Hagrid's little bundle of joy and fire.
This is one of the more unique and certainly memorable chapters, isn't it? It involves Hagrid's utterly reckless but somehow endearing acquisition of an illegal dragon egg.
Which he wins in a pub. Classic Hagrid.
So Hagrid. And of course it hatches into the adorable and extremely dangerous baby dragon, Norbert. This leads to a truly risky, often comedic, but ultimately dangerous plan to get rid of Norbert before anyone finds out, sending him off to Ron's brother Charlie in Romania.
Right.
This chapter not only showcases the trio's continued loyalty to Hagrid and their friendship, but it also really highlights the very real consequences of rule-breaking, even when you have the best intentions. Malfoy catches them.
Yeah. Things go wrong. Detention follows.
Exactly. And historically, dragons, of course, they draw from this vast wellspring of European mythology, a staple in fantasy.
Definitely.
And Rowling uses the Norbert incident here to introduce an element of chaotic fun, but also genuine peril. It reminds us that even the most benevolent, warm-hearted characters like Hagrid can be a bit misguided in their passions. Dangerously so.
His love for magical creatures overrides common sense. Often.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the narrator's humorous delivery in the audiobook really delights you. Even while you're worrying, you can't help but chuckle at Hagrid's sheer fatherly delight in his new illegal pet, even as you worry for the trio trying to manage a rapidly growing, fire-breathing dragon in a small wooden hut. It's a perfect blend of charm and chaos.
So why does Hagrid's dragon plot, which seems almost like a side quest, why does it resonate so emotionally and add such depth to his character and his relationship with the trio? It feels like more than just an amusing diversion.
It really does resonate, doesn't it? I think it's because it shows Hagrid's big, vulnerable heart, his loyalty, his almost childlike naivete in a very tangible way.
He sees Norbert as just misunderstood.
Exactly. He loves this dangerous creature like it's a puppy.
Yeah.
And the trio's willingness to help him, breaking serious school rules, risking expulsion even, demonstrates their deepening loyalty to him, not just to the mission of protecting the stone, but to their friend. It adds layers to Hagrid, beyond just being the friendly giant guide. He's flawed, sometimes irresponsible, but utterly lovable. This blend of humor, peril, and character development reinforces the bond between them all. It shows their friendship isn't just about solving mysteries, but about supporting each other through all sorts of wild, unexpected, and often self-inflicted situations.
Loyalty tested, loyalty proven.
You got it. For more captivating discussions like this, please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps us keep going. We're now venturing into the darker side of Hogwarts. In Chapter 15, Detention Awaits. All right, let's go into Chapter 15, The Forbidden Forest.
Dun dun dun.
Right. This is where things take a decidedly darker, more mysterious turn. As punishment for the Norbert incident, Harry, Hermione, Neville, and Malfoy face detention.
With Hagrid, ironically.
And where does detention take them? Straight into the mysterious and profoundly dangerous Forbidden Forest at night.
Seems like a terrible idea for detention.
Totally irresponsible, but plot-wise, brilliant. There, Harry encounters true danger and deep mystery. He sees the injured unicorn and then that chilling sight of a dark, cloaked figure drinking the unicorn's blood.
Voldemort keeping himself alive, though Harry doesn't know it yet.
Exactly. This chapter really emphasizes themes of courage, definitely, but also deep fear. And it introduces Harry to the darker, more unsettling underbelly of the magical world. It shows him that not everything at Hogwarts is safe, or friendly, or follows the rules.
And historically, the idea of the Forbidden Forest, it's such a classic trope, isn't it?
Yeah, you see it everywhere.
It evokes Gothic literature, folklore settings. Places that were really popular in 90s storytelling for their eerie, mysterious atmospheres. It's always a place of hidden dangers, ancient magic, moral ambiguity, a setting designed to test the hero.
That fits perfectly.
Yeah.
And the narrator's suspenseful delivery in the audiobook fully immerses you in the tension of this chapter.
You feel the creepiness.
Oh, yeah. You can feel the cold, the darkness, the rustling leaves, the strange sounds, the fear of the unknown with Harry, especially when he gets separated. It's truly a chilling listen. It perfectly captures the eerie atmosphere Rowling creates.
So the Forbidden Forest is clearly a crucial test of Harry's bravery. How does it specifically challenge him and, maybe more importantly, introduce him to the darker realities of the wizarding world he's now part of?
Well, it's not a structured challenge like a potions quiz or a Quidditch match. Right?
No, it's wild, unpredictable.
Exactly. It's raw, untamed danger. And Harry is exposed to literal evil, someone committing this heinous, unnatural act of drinking unicorn blood to sustain themselves. Ferenz the Centaur explains how terrible it is.
A cursed life.
Right. This isn't just about rule-breaking or schoolyard bullies anymore. This is about encountering truly malevolent forces. It shows Harry that the wizarding world isn't all butterbeer and enchanted ceilings.
There's real darkness.
Real darkness, real stakes. It symbolizes his initiation into the much bigger, darker struggles he will eventually face. It forces him to confront genuine fear, understand complex moral gray areas, like the Sencor's loyalties, and rely purely on his instinct for survival. It's a place of testing, yes, but also a profound and chilling revelation about the world he's joined.
Growing up fast in the Forbidden Forest.
You could say that. Okay, if you're on the edge of your seat with us, please remember to like, subscribe, and share for more updates. Every little bit helps. We're approaching the climax now, heading through the trapdoor in Chapter 16. Now we've reached Chapter 16. Through the trapdoor.
The final trials.
This is the ultimate test for our trio, isn't it? Harry, Ron, and Hermione, now a fully committed unit after everything they've been through, decide they have to act. They navigate that series of cleverly designed magical challenges and obstacles guarding the Philosopher's Stone.
Down past Fluffy.
Right. This entire sequence is just a masterclass in showcasing their teamwork, their individual strengths, firing on all cylinders, and their collective ingenuity under absolutely intense pressure. Themes of trust, brilliant problem-solving, and stepping up when needed are incredibly prominent here.
And historically, these kinds of puzzle-based adventure stories where the heroes have to overcome a series of distinct trials.
Yeah.
It reflects narratives you find in classics, like The Hobbit, or even going back to ancient Greek myths, like the Labors of Hercules, sort of.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
They were really popular in the 90s, that blend of using your intellect and taking action, engaging both the mind and the thrill seeker in the reader.
It definitely does that. And the narrator's intense delivery in the audiobook just grips you as the tension relentlessly builds through each challenge.
You're right there with them.
Totally. You're holding your breath as Hermione deals with the devil's snare. You're soaring with Harry after the flying keys. You're biting your nails during Ron's chess game.
Ron's sacrifice.
Yes. Such a powerful moment. You're solving the potion riddle with Hermione. It's a roller coaster of suspense and triumph, challenge after challenge.
So it's fascinating how each of these trials, down to the trapdoor, uniquely tests the trio's individual strengths. How do they really come together as a unit through these specific challenges? It's not just one person doing everything.
Not at all. That's the beauty of it. Each challenge is almost tailor-made for one of them, showcasing their unique talents in a way that truly highlights their synergy.
Right.
The Devil's Snare needs Hermione's cool head and her knowledge of herbology. Devil's Snare, Devil's Snare. It's deadly fun, but will sulk in the sun. The flying keys absolutely demand Harry's seeker skills, his reflexes, his bravery on a broomstick, Ron's strategic mind, his understanding of chess, and ultimately his courage to sacrifice himself are essential in the enchanted chess game. It's his defining moment, really.
Not me, not Hermione, you.
Chills. And then Hermione's logical prowess, her ability to reason under pressure, is absolutely crucial to solving Snake's, or rather Quirrell's potion riddle.
Right.
It's the perfect demonstration of their collaborative strength. They truly cannot succeed without each other. Each one has a moment where they are indispensable. It's the ultimate proof that their combined strengths are far greater than their individual ones, making them this formidable, balanced team ready for whatever or whoever comes next.
3 heads are better than 1, especially when facing magical obstacles.
Definitely. Okay, for more deep dives into the stories you love and how characters work together, remember to like, subscribe, and share. We're about to reach the thrilling conclusion in the final chapter, Chapter 17. And finally, we arrive at Chapter 17, The man with two faces.
The big reveal.
This is it. The climactic conclusion to Harry's intense first year. The moment everything has been building towards. Harry, alone now after Ron and Hermione's contributions, confronts the true villain behind the plot to steal the Philosopher's Stone.
And it's not Snape.
No. The big twist. It's stammering Professor Quirrell with Voldemort himself hiding on the back of his head.
So creepy. It still gives me chills.
Right. And in this confrontation, Harry learns, or rather experiences, the profound protective power of love through his mother's sacrifice. It's why Quirrell can't touch him.
Mm-hmm. Ancient magic.
This chapter wraps up the story with these incredibly powerful themes of sacrifice, love, destiny, and that overarching eternal battle between good and evil.
And historically, that twist reveal of the true villain, Quirrell instead of Snape. It draws from classic mystery tropes, right? The red herring, the least likely suspect.
Totally.
But Rowling reimagines it here for a fantasy context, adding incredible depth and surprise to the narrative. It's such a deeply satisfying payoff to the meticulous buildup of suspicion against Snape. It leaves you genuinely stunned the first time you read it.
It really does. And the narrator's powerful delivery in the audiobook truly brings the emotional climax of this chapter to life.
You feel the final confrontation.
Oh, yeah. You feel the weight of the revelation, the shock of seeing Voldemort's face, the pain when Quirrell touches Harry, and then the profound emotional resonance of Harry's unconscious victory through his mother's love. It delivers a satisfying and incredibly impactful finale. It leaves a lasting impression.
So, this powerful ending, particularly the revelation of Quirrell Voldemort, and those core themes of love and sacrifice, it's so foundational. How does it effectively set up the entire series' future trajectory?
Oh, this ending is basically the blueprint for everything that follows, isn't it?
It seems like it.
It immediately establishes that the true villain, Voldemort, is still out there. Weak, yes, but alive, still a threat, and intimately, mysteriously linked to Harry's very existence. Why did Harry survive the killing curse? Why does Voldemort want the stone?
Big questions.
Huge questions. But it also clarifies that Harry's unique survival, both as a baby and here against Quirrell, isn't random luck. It is intrinsically tied to his mother's loving sacrifice. That act created a magic more powerful than anything Voldemort possesses.
Love is the ultimate magic.
Exactly. This theme of protective love, of sacrifice as a form of powerful ancient magic, becomes a recurring motif, the absolute core of Harry's defense and strength throughout the entire series. It sets up the long-term conflict, Harry's unique ability to survive and ultimately fight Voldemort, and the ultimate reason why Harry is truly the chosen one. Not just because of a prophecy, maybe, but because of love. It's the moral and narrative foundation for everything that comes next.
Wow. It packs a lot into that final chapter.
It really does.
So if we connect all this back, think about the bigger picture. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone isn't just about a boy finding magic, is it? It seems like it's also about how that seemingly mundane world, the Dursleys' world, full of its own peculiar challenges and hidden truths, can be just as crucial to understanding our destiny as the most extraordinary magic.
That's a really interesting take.
So maybe the provocative thought for everyone listening is, what mundane cupboard under the stairs might be hiding the magic, the potential, in your own life? Where might profound revelations be waiting in the most unexpected, ordinary places?
That's a powerful thought to leave everyone with, isn't it? Thinking about those quiet, overlooked corners of our own lives. Because maybe profound revelations do often begin in the most unexpected places. They start small, insignificant even, then explode into something incredible, like a letter arriving by owl. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this incredibly detailed deep dive into Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
It was a lot of fun.
It really was. We hope you've enjoyed exploring these foundational chapters with us and that you feel truly well-informed now about the magic, the history, and the profound insights packed into J.K. Rowling's masterpiece. We definitely encourage you to explore the source material yourselves, maybe reread it or listen to the audiobook, and consider these incredible themes we've discussed today.
Yeah, dive back in.
You can find more deep dives from BookPodCastZone on our website and wherever you usually get your audio content. Until next time, keep diving deep into the stories that move you.